Hello everyone. So welcome to this Atlassian updates session. Welcome to Tea with Ravi, and today we will take a look at some of the recent updates from the Atlassian ecosystem. Now the first update is about a new app which I noticed recently, and this app is actually about skills or skill management and competency management in Jira. Now, when I look at the marketplace listing, so I did notice this new app, I think last month, but I have noticed since then a lot of people have tried it or they have installed it. So maybe this app is good. And to be honest, based on my experience, and I've told this, I've mentioned this many times, when you're using Jira and when you're using Jira for issue tracking, you don't really need in reality too many apps. But of course, because I'm a consultant, from time to time I have to work with my clients, and we have to evaluate new apps. And I was working on this lightweight skill management recently within Jira. Now when it comes to skill management, just to give you some background, it was never really possible, or it was never really straightforward to manage skills in Jira. I mean, out of the box. Of course, you can create some issue types and you can probably manage it, and it works, but only for lightweight skill management. But usually, when you're talking about skills, you're talking about the skills of people who would be working on something, right? And when you need your plan, when you work on the plan, you may need that information. And earlier, there used to be one app called Portfolio, which was, of course, acquired by Atlassian, and then in the life plan of Portfolio, there was this feature of skill management. Again, it was not really detailed, only lightweight. But at the same time, advanced roadmaps, when it came out, the skill management part was basically removed. So basically, in the live, it was only there in the live version of the plan, not really the improved version. Now, when I look at this particular listing, it seems interesting. I mean, based on the listing, and I may talk about it a bit more in detail, but if you look at the marketplace listing, I think it is doing something really simple, but at the same time in a very nice, easy way. And I can see here that you can create some groups, you can create some kind of a folder, and then create some skills and associate it with people. And those people are actually, or could be, I believe, Jira users, right? So you can actually do some analysis. So this is interesting, and I will probably try it out. And as I just mentioned, if the app is really good and if the app is actually providing value for doing something which you cannot really do in Jira easily, or there is no other way to do it, then of course I do talk about it. I used to make a lot of videos called app review videos, and although these days I don't really make a lot of app review videos, but from time to time I have to work with those apps, because maybe my client is using it and maybe I need to recommend some other app that can probably do something better, or maybe I also from time to time recommend uninstall the app. So do take a look at this app. It looks interesting to me, and skill management in Jira, I think my suggestion is still to use a proper HR system. Don't use Jira for that. It won't really work. All right. And by the way, I also made, I've been talking about my recommendation, like skills management. I made this video, which you can watch in case you want to learn more about it. The next update is actually from these two folks, Alex and Rodney, and I know them. I mean, they are actually quite popular in the Atlassian ecosystem. They make regular Atlassian content, and this channel is something that they started, I believe, last week. So the channel name is called as the Jira Life. I think if more people can do something like this, where they come together and they make content related to, of course, Atlassian, but it is not just about Atlassian, it's more about sharing their experience, and especially from consultants' point of view. Because if you try to search online, like if you try to search videos online, of course everyone is talking about Jira, and that is great. They of course focus on the tool or the features of the tool, but uh, we need some insight information about how companies are using Atlassian tools to solve problems. So basically, a perspective of an Atlassian consultant. So I think this is a really good initiative, and I wish them all the best. At the same time, do support their new channel, subscribe to their channel, and of course, subscribe to my channel as well. All right. The next update is about various openings in Atlassian. So for some reason, I never really, I mean, to be honest, when I was in India, Atlassian was not there. But I, because now I am independent, I am a consultant, and maybe I am beyond that phase in my career where I don't really think about joining Atlassian. But maybe, who knows, in the future. But the thing is that Atlassian is actually hiring, and I actually encountered one link that was basically a posting or an opening on the Atlassian website, their career portal, and I thought, okay, let me just take a look at their openings, and I was actually quite surprised, or maybe I shouldn't be surprised, because they are actually hiring a lot of people in India. So if you look at this link, or if you click on browse all jobs, you will be taken to this page where you can see all the openings. So they have like a lot of openings. But if you notice, if you look at this list by company, of course they are hiring in the UK, 14 jobs, but I think UK based jobs are all remote, pure remote, which is fine. But number one is of course US, like majority of jobs, 77, but there are 65 openings in India. I guess they are all Bangalore or maybe remote or some. I guess now they are like one thing which I appreciate about Atlassian is that I believe they are remote first. I guess I did notice it somewhere, which is good. I think that should be the case. I mean, you should basically let your employees decide if they want to come to the office or maybe hybrid, some kind of hybrid. But I am very happy to see that they have a lot of openings in Bengaluru, sorry. So they are mostly hiring for engineering. So, you can see here that majority of the openings are actually on basically some development side. So this is good, really good. I'm happy to see a lot of openings in India. And do take a look at the list here. Maybe if you want to apply, do apply. I'm not really sure about the experience level, but I guess it is probably clear from the job description. And I remember last year someone was actually asking me that I have an offer from Atlassian. Should I take it or not? And I was actually very clear, yes, you should go ahead, because when you work for a big company like Atlassian, I think there are pros and cons of working in a big company versus small company versus medium-sized company. But Atlassian is a very good name, and it will look good on your profile for a long time, and it really helps. So I think this is good. Atlassian is hiring. The last update is one interesting video which I made, and I received like decent feedback on this. Now, on my channel, I of course try to share my experience, and I am an Atlassian consultant. I basically work with other people, and often I find myself in a situation where it is a bit difficult to deal with people. And if I look at my experience, of course I'm a consultant. I know how the tool works. I'm an expert. I mean, at least I think I'm an expert. But my responsibility is to make sure that my clients are able to use the tool and they get the most out of it. And that actually means that sometimes I also have to nicely ask them that whatever you're doing, your process, it is if you're trying to move to Jira, it is also a good opportunity to maybe improve it, tweak it, change it. And usually when I work with project managers are sometimes a bit difficult. Not always. I mean, sometimes, because back in the days, project managers were organically promoted. Like, you would be developer, then you would become a team lead, or maybe a senior developer, then team lead, then you will become a PM. But nowadays, you can just do a course and you can directly apply for a PM job without like bypassing all the technical part. So if you're in tech, and that is where majority of my clients are, then project managers, the expectation is that they have that technical background, so they understand a lot of those things, and you can actually talk to them in their own language. But it is not always the case, and it can be a bit difficult. So in this video, I actually shared my experience, like how, or not really a frustration or a challenge, but I just wanted to share that it can be a bit difficult when you're dealing with PMs, and how you can potentially uh, get your thing done, like whatever you're trying to propose, because you know how the tool works. But at the same time, you should also, as a consultant, you should also have that domain knowledge of management and processes, and how people work and engage with each other. So that is it. That is all I wanted to talk about in this Tea with Ravi session. I hope you found this session useful. And one more thing before I end, there will be something interesting which I will be announcing hopefully soon. I think I did announce it, but you can expect like a formal announcement hopefully soon. I'm working on it. I'm working hard, and I've been working on it for the last 1.5 years. All right, that is it. Bye bye.